Hey, my Lipton. So, y'all, I'm back at it again. This time I'm doing it very early. I'm on time to do my House of the Dragon review. Um, so like I said, if y'all have been on this channel from the get-go, y'all would know that, especially the last review that I put up of House of the Dragon of episode 3, I was like, this episode, it was a little boring. But I think is a build up. I feel like it's gonna be something crazy that's gonna happen in episode 4, and it most definitely did. Now, before I continue, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. Let's get up to 900 subscribers. The goal is to get up to 1,000. Thank y'all so much for being here. Thank everybody for like the views and the comments and the likes. I appreciate y'all. Let's keep the brand going. And let's keep keep up the consistency of the subscriber count. So make sure y'all stay subscribed to the channel. So listen, I told y'all that, even though I wasn't a fan of like episode 3, I knew that episode 4 was going to give me my life, and it short, especially towards the middle end part, really, if I'm going to be honest. Like the beginning, it was a little bit slow. However, there were some parts in the beginning of the episode of episode 4, I think it was called Dance of the Dragons, where I was like, there were some parts where I really liked. I love seeing, and I'm going to talk about them. I love seeing my girls again. Okay. But there were some things that I liked, and, I was like, okay, it's getting slow. Where is it? And they definitely delivered towards the end. The reason why this is my thumbnail, Aemon, Rhaenys, Jace, and because I feel like they did it for me. And obviously the freaking dragons, even though vhagar, you old, and they're dragging the shit out of you on Twitter right now. But vhagar, you menopausal built bitch, okay? Vhagar, but then again, even though it's like we can drag vhagar all we want, but it's like there's also a part of me too when it comes to Team Black, and Jace was on, and I'm gonna talk about it. But like, there's also a part of me in Team Black where I'm just like, y'all should have expected this now at this point. Like, y'all should have expected, since Luke Sarah's death, y'all should have been prepared for Vhagar. Y'all need to have the upper hand when it comes to, and I understand too, because Vhagar is a big bitch, and it's difficult to take that bitch down. But y'all need to at this point, stop sending these single dragons, giving us, singular teas when it comes to these dragons against Vhagar, because Vhagar is gonna snatch a bitch up in 2.5 seconds, and she sure did. Vhagar, we can't stand that hoe. We cannot stand that hoe. But at the end of the goddamn day, we just gonna have to keep it a stack. Vhagar and Aemon, they stand on business at the end of the goddamn day. They always stand on business. So that's the only props I'm going to give to Team Green. That is the only props I'm going to give to Team Green, is that they stand on business when it comes to Vhagar. When Vhagar is involved, bitch, shit is going to get done. Now, let's get to the review. And I'm going to go. This is going to be all over the place. First of all, no. Okay. So, no. Let me start with Jace. Let me start from the beginning scene. I loved the beginning scene of this episode. I loved the dynamic between Jace and Baela. You can definitely tell that Jace is definitely, like, he's irritated. Like, he's getting irritated. He's annoyed by what is happening around him, concerning, like, his mother's counsel. And then on top of that, just with people trying Baela, it's like, listen, I'm not doing this with y'all. I'm gonna defend my own. And he sure did. And I love that scene with that man. I'm forgetting who his name, but when that man was like, oh, well, Oh, you should have burned Sir Kristen Cole. You should have burnt his ass up. And then Baylor was like, bitch, why don't you go find a dragon? You find a dragon, you tame that dragon, you become its rider, and you go burn Sir Kristen Cole up since you think it's just that easy. Since you think it's just that easy. How about you go do it, bitch? How about you go do it? It's just like I'm not gonna lie to y'all. There's a clear difference between the Team Green Council and the Team Black Council. I'm sorry, y'all. The Team Green Council will never ever try Aegon, Alicent's. So like they will never ever try them like that. And I don't know. There needs to be Rhaenyra needs to put a leash on her council, because I think that there has been one too many occasions where they have, stepped out of line, or just as far as like talking in a way where it's like, okay, like, yes, you're our queen, but like, I don't know, it's giving me sexism tease. I don't know. There's a vibe of it that's kind of giving me a little bit of sexism with the Team Blacks, and it's like they need to get that shit together. And I was happy that, Jace was like, listen, like, if it wasn't for Baela, y'all wouldn't even know Sir Christian Cole's steps. So y'all need to shut the fuck up, sit down, and listen to our plans. But however, this is where I also have to, feel where Jace is coming from, especially with his annoyance when it comes to Rhaenyra in the situation, because it's like, woman, like, my brother, your son just died, okay? When you sent him away, you leave Dragonstone for how many amount of days? You don't tell me anything. We don't know what the hell is going on. Your council doesn't even really respect you like that. So now me, Baela, Rhaenys have to step, Corlys have to come in and step up, step up to the plate. And, we just don't know what's going on. So it's like, and then, obviously when Rhaenyra popped up, Jace was like, what the hell? Like, Jace was really pissed off this episode. He was really pissed off this episode. And I definitely understood. And I feel like there is going to be people that are going to say like Jace was out of line for talking back to Rhaenyra, or feeling like he was a bit too aggressive. But I think that his aggression or his frustration with Rhaenyra is justified from this instance of things, because one, that is his mother. Two, it's like they're very vulnerable right now. So far, we just have to be honest about this. Team Black has taken a lot of L's so far. Like, since even before this whole thing, like starting from Luke Series and then the usurping of the throne, it's like Team Black has taken a lot of L's throughout this whole thing. And Jace is like, bitch, fuck this shit, burn them all, no Mad King, okay? He's like, I'm done with this. Like, get the dragons, let's hop on the dragons, and let's burn these bitches up. And it's like, no shade, but like when I was watching Jace say that, I was like, yes, King. I was like, yes. I was like, and a part of me too was like, okay, like I get it, we're trying to be diplomatic, the pen is mightier than the sword kind of thing. I get it. But at the end of the day, the Team Greens has shown us that they're not with the shits. So we're gonna have to, fight violence with violence in this situation. At the end of the day, we're just gonna have to. It's just gonna lead to that. So, Jace, I love Jace in this episode. I love Baela in this episode. I thought they were really good. Hopefully there are more scenes of Jace and Baela. Hopefully more, romantic scenes as well. I would love to see that. But no, I really enjoyed Jace in this episode. I think that he was, Jace, I like Jace's character development. I really, really do. I like his presence. I like what he has to say, his input. I feel him 1,000%. So, but yeah. Yeah, so Rhaenyra, like I said, Rhaenyra came back, and she was on some, and she was very, and she told Jace like, oh, you're not ready, like you're still a boy. Like, she didn't say it like that, but like she was like, you're still a boy, so I'm not gonna send you out there to go and fight, da 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 da, and Jace felt some type of way, but then she was narrating the whole ice and fire thing, so that was also a really nice thing for her to do. But like I said, I feel Jace on his frustration and his irritation with his mom. So that is just that. Daemon girl, And before, side note, I was so happy to see Lena in Damon's hallucinations and flashbacks and whatever the hell he's going through. I was so happy to see her. I was like, my good sis, my good sis. Like I said before, y'all, if there's a pet peeve or a flaw that I had with season 1 of House of the Dragon, it always is going to be for the fact that there is a small part of me that feels like season 1 should have been, young Rhaenyra, still young Alicent, young Lena, like, give us that should have been the whole season. Personally, for me, if I were to have it my way, and then season 2 introduce us to, Rhaenyra in her, young adult age, and Alicent and Lena. But, it is what it is. And, I wish I also could have seen how, the marriage between Lena and Daemon and so forth. But I was so happy to see Lena. I was like, that's my good sis, my good sis. We miss you so much. We miss you so, so much. But yeah, it was good to see that. But then again, Daemon, it's no shade. People are going through real life situations, and you're still in Harrenhal going through you're on ecstasy, you're on some date rape drug. I don't know what is going on with you, Daemon, but you need to get the hell up out of Harrenhal. Like at this point, it's like there's no other option for Daemon at this point. He needs to get the hell up out of it. Like at the end of the day, they bent the knee. That lady, what's her name? Ailey's or whatever her name is, but they need to, like, Daemon needs to get out of here. Daemon needs to get out of there. He needs to get out of there as soon as possible because it is fucking his mind up. Like, they really got him on some date rape drug. Like, they got him on some ecstasy. They got him on some shit. And it's really upsetting me and my homegirls. So, he needs to get up out of there. Allison, I'm not gonna speak on you for too long because I think that you're a dummy bitch. You don't know shit. Nobody will ever like you. Like, it's at this point, it's like, you're just a dummy. They said that, bitch, you were at breakfast. They said that you were at brunch drinking a Plan B. They said that you were out there drinking a Plan B one step, honey. They said that you were drinking that. It was hurting your tummy. You had to put those those massaging hot rocks on your tummy to massage that thing. And they said that Larry's, because, y'all already know, Larry's already knows the tea. He knows what it is. But I will say this, though. When she was having that conversation with Larry's, it really just sort of like, obviously just cemented the fact that, she was like, whatever Viserys wanted concerning the Iron Throne, it died with him. Whether he wanted Rhaenyra on the throne, he didn't want Rhaenyra on the throne, it really doesn't matter to me. Aegon was going to sit on that throne either way. So I'm glad that she is, admitting that she was already going to conspire to have her son sit on the throne. So thank you, Allison, for finally confirming that to us. Continue drinking your Plan Bs, continue drinking your abortion pills, continue doing that, continue shoving, hangers up your coochie to kill those bastard children that you're having by your hand or your Kingsguard or whatever the hell Christopher Cole is to you. Continue doing that. Continue doing backdoor way abortions, okay? Fuck up your uterus, okay? And hopefully you will die slowly, you dumb bitch. I know I keep saying the word bitch a lot on this video, but it's a lot happened. So a lot of curse words are gonna be flying around. So yes. Who else we gotta talk? I'm gonna talk about should I? Well, first let me go to this first. Hold on, y'all. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Sunfire was beautiful. Like, this dragon is very beautiful. Like, when I saw it, like, watching on television, it was like, this is a very beautiful dragon. And honestly, Aegon does not deserve this fucking dragon. Like, this needs to go to like a Helena or something. Like, it's like they should have switched. Like, this dragon is meant for a more deserving ruler, and Aegon, you are not that one. The fact that you had Sir Criston Cole and Aemon doing their bidding behind your back as if they're like the king and the king of Westeros, the king, sitting on the Iron Throne. You should have known that this was coming down the pipeline, Aegon. You should have known it. You were so surprised that it happened. It's like, don't be surprised. You're the one that put Sir Christian Cole's annoying ass as your freaking hand. And then, you were like, okay, well, we'll just send Vhagar anywhere and everywhere. So don't be surprised that Aemon and Sir Christian Cole have their own agendas. So to me, Aegon was just not deserving of this dragon. This dragon was too beautiful for him, for his black heart. And then on top of that, you had Aemon speaking to you in High Valyrian, and your ass, I don't even know what the hell you were saying to him. They said that you didn't know what the hell you were talking about. I was cackling. But, Aegon, you kind of learned the hard way in this episode. And at this point, Aemon, girl, let me talk about Aemon last. Let's talk about this dragon fight. Child, Vhagar, oh, God. Vhagar definitely put the beats on Meleys, on Sunfire. Like, this is why, like, to me, in a way, I'm a little bit frustrated with Team Black, because I feel like, we've been through this rodeo before. We've been through it with Luxerius. Y'all, in a way, y'all should have known that, the Greens had an upper hand due to Vhagar being at their team. Instead of sending one dragon to go fight this out, Vhagar is like two dragons in one. Send honestly, to me personally, I feel like they should have sent Meleys, and they also should have sent with Rhaenys, and they also should have sent, I don't know when they're gonna bring Vermitor. What's his name? Vermitor? Jaehaerys's dragon. I don't know who's gonna be his rider, but y'all need at least two dragons to take down Vhagar. Vhagar is a big bitch, and let me tell you something. This dragon has been there since Aegon the Conqueror's time. Okay, Vhagar has seen a lot of shit and has fought in a lot of shit. Okay, Vhagar has brought the freaking Seven Kingdoms together. Okay, helped to bring the Seven Kingdoms. This dragon is a different kind of breed. You can't be sending out these singular dragons to go fight Vhagar. Vhagar might be old, yes, and we curse Vhagar, but like I said, Vhagar stands on business. Okay? And she don't play. So, don't get me wrong, like, Meleys was definitely getting her lick back a little bit when it comes to Vhagar. She was scratching her up, pulling her hair. You know what I mean? Breaking her fingernail. But at the end of the day, Vhagar got the best of Meleys, like, fucked her up. And then on top of that, Vhagar definitely, that scene where Aegon because, Meleys was, really fucking up Aegon and Sunfire, like, really putting the beats on them. And when Aegon saw Vhagar in the sky, along with Aemon, and, he was talking about, oh, thank the gods and all that bullshit, like, child, when Aemon said Dracarys on Aegon was bamboozled. He was hoodwinked. He was led astray. He was run amok, honey. I was just like, oh my God, Aemon. You're crazy. But, there was a part of me where I was like, okay, like the first attack, Rhaenys, scratch Vhagar up, do a little, poke her eye, do what you got to do. But then after that, I'm not going to lie to you, I was like, okay, now get the hell up out of there. Go back to Dragonstone. Go. Because, Vhagar's going to let that one little scratch go by. But the second one, bitch, Vhagar going to stand on business. Okay? And Vhagar definitely did. It was bad. It was bad. Like, Meleys got chomped up, like, bleeding, and Meleys went through it this episode. We hate to see it. And, this was like literally the still shot, really, of Rhaenys. Like, she knew she was going to die. Also, I know this, I'm going all over the place, but in the beginning of the episode when she was, what's his name again? Aelin or whatever. Is that Corlys's son or something? I don't know. But, Rhaenys, I don't know. She's like, I no longer have my children. It's just me and Corlys, but Corlys is not really listening to me like that. She didn't deserve to die. But unfortunately, this is what comes with war. Our good sis has died, and we hate to see it. It's definitely going to be a blow on Team Black. But now I think Team Black is just going to have to go. They're going to have to be very strategic after this episode, because it's like you sending out one dragon at a time to go attack Vic. It's not going to. Y'all have to be strategic about this and come up with a good plan. When it comes to, especially when it comes to Aemon, because Aemon is a different kind of breed. Clearly, Aemon wants the freaking throne. He's been wanting it. Okay? And that scene, I'm not gonna lie to you. Y'all know on this channel, I'm not attracted to Aemon like that. Y'all know I'm not attracted to Aemon like that. But this scene right here, it was so cunt. I'm not gonna lie to you. The way he was looking after when Rhaenys went down, I was here for it. I was like, hey, okay, Amen, yes. Giving us looks after you done killed one of your foes. I was here for it. But listen, Aemon was on some like, I'm out for blood in this episode, okay? So Christian Cole was so shocked by Aemon's action. Like, don't be shocked. Don't be shocked. Do not be shocked, okay? Aemon is way smarter, way more calculated than Aegon could ever be. At this point, y'all should know what the tea is. Point blank period. Y'all should know what it is. So Aemon was about to go over there and slice up Aegon's throat while he was on the ground. And then Sir Christian Cole stopped him just in time. Which I was like, I don't know how... Will Sir Christian Cole tell Alicent the truth next episode? Like, will he, protect Aemon, or will he say, like, the reason why Aegon is like this is because of Aemon? I don't know. Maybe he might think that Aemon did it by accident. But then again, it's like, Sir Christian Cole also knows Aemon he knows Aemon too much, and knows that Aemon is not a stupid person to do something like that. So I think he's definitely gonna connect those dots. But Aemon is out for blood, y'all. And he's a problem. He's been a problem. Definitely no accident on this part. Maybe for Luke Series it was an accident. But for this, it definitely was no accident when it came to Aegon. Clearly when it came to Rhaenys. But Aemon wants the throne. And honestly, I don't know. I think Aemon... Obviously, Aemon, to me, like, if we're talking about, like, strategy and all these different things, Aemon will be a better king than Aegon. And we're just going to have to be honest about that. But he could definitely be he's definitely going to be, like, a cruel person if he ever gets to that throne, which I think would never happen. But it will be interesting to see what kind of king Aemon would have been, on that Iron Throne, because he's just way more smarter than Aegon. He's way more in tune with the Valyrian language, with the culture, him being brave and so forth, compared to Aegon being so impulsive. Especially, it's so impulsive with Aegon. Like why would you just go in the middle of war like that without informing, like, your mother, like the queen, and like, come on, like, be serious. So it's gonna be very interesting to see what happens in next week's episode. But that was my review, y'all. That was my quick review of what happened. This episode was crazy at the end. R.I.P. to Rhaenys, because Rhaenyra is gonna go through it. I mean, she's been going through it, but now there's no more the pen is mightier than the sword thing. The sword is mightier than the pen, sis. Like, we just gonna have to accept that fact. So Rhaenyra get information. And next week's episode, I want to see blood. They done took out Luke Series. They done took out Rhaenys. They fucked you. They usurped your throne. It's time for blood, sister. Make it happen. So anyway, y'all, that was just my thoughts on that. Please tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Let's get up to 900 subscribers. The goal is to get up to 1,000. I thank y'all so much, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.